Hey everyone, this is Udit Goenka from Udit.co, and you're listening to Modern Revenue, the podcast where I talk about the future of SaaS sales. This podcast is brought to you by firstsales.io, a modern email outreach and warm up tool to help you fill your sales pipeline up to 7 times faster. PitchGround, my SaaS marketplace, and TinyCheck, my SaaS venture studio. In today's action packed episode, we're diving into the world of new SaaS startups and the heart pounding journey of getting from 0 to 1,000 customers. If you're building a SaaS product or dreaming of launching one, buckle up because I'm spilling the beans on actionable strategies, real world case studies, and the common pitfalls to avoid. Chapter 1: Nail Your ICP, Ideal Customer Profile. The harsh truth, let's be real. According to CB Insights, a whopping 35% of startups fail because there simply isn't a market for the product. That's why defining your ICP isn't just a nice to have, it's a survival tactic. ICP, laser focus. Think of your ICP as a laser beam instead of a floodlight. By niching down, you'll cut through the noise and reach the exact people who will rave about your product. Actionable breakdown, demographics. Firmographics, company size, industry, revenue bracket. Get specific. Are you targeting SMBs or enterprises? Location, geography matters. Different regions have different regulations and buying habits. Actionable breakdown rules. Decision maker. Don't just talk to any employee, identify the person who signs the check.
Influencers. Who else needs to be on board? Think technical leads, department heads, etc.
Actionable breakdown pain points and goals. The itch. What problem keeps your ICP up at night? What are their burning frustrations? The dream. What does success look like for them? How will your SaaS change their life? Research tools, not guesswork. Customer interviews. Nothing beats direct conversations, offer incentives if needed. Survey platforms use tools like Qualaroo or SurveyMonkey to gather targeted data. Competitor analysis. What ICP are your rivals targeting? Where can you differentiate? Online communities. Where does your ICP hang out online? Analyze forums, LinkedIn groups. Case study, brief. Take a quick look at HubSpot. In the early days, they focused on small to medium-sized businesses struggling with inbound marketing. This clarity allowed them to tailor their messaging and product features. Analogy. Building your ICP is like assembling a jigsaw puzzle. The more pieces you have in place, the clearer the final picture becomes. Key takeaway: by the end of this chapter, you should have a crystal clear document describing your ICP. Not just bullet points, but a rich profile that almost feels like a specific person. Chapter 2. Validate, then build. The build it and they will come trap. So many founders fall in love with their own idea, they skip a crucial step: validation. A recent study by Harvard Business Review found that over 70% of new product launches don't meet expectations, often due to lack of market need. The antidote: pre-validation. This isn't about killing your excitement, it's about channeling it into something your future customers will actually pay for. Actionable tactics: customer interviews. Targeting the right people. Don't just chat with friends. Find people in your ICP through communities, referrals, or cold outreach. Asking the deep questions. Go beyond "would you use this?" Dive into their current workflow, pain points, budget constraints, the juicy stuff. Actionable tactics. Surveys. Short and targeted. Nobody likes a 20-question monster. Focus on the absolute essentials for validation. Incentives. Work. Offer a gift card or exclusive early access to your product in exchange for valuable insights. Actionable tactics. Minimal viable products, MVPs. The power of imperfection. An MVP doesn't have all the bells and whistles. Strip it down to the core function that solves one crucial pain point: pre-sales power. Even before it's fully built, you can get commitments or deposits proving real-world demand. Case study. Dropbox. Remember their famous early video? They didn't build the whole product first. They mocked up how Dropbox would work, put it in front of their ICP, and saw the interest skyrocket. Then they got to work. Analogy. Think of the validation stage like market research for a restaurant. You wouldn't open the doors without testing your menu and finding out what people in the area actually want. Key takeaway. By the end of this chapter, you should have either rock-solid confirmation that your idea has legs or the priceless insight to pivot before spending months building the wrong thing. Chapter 3. Content is fuel, distribution is the engine. The content marketing payoff. Let's get real. SaaS is noisy, But a study by the Content Marketing Institute found that consistent, high quality content can increase traffic by 7.8 times and generate 3 times the leads. It's your key to standing out. Thought: leadership equals sign trust. You're not just pumping out sales pitches, you're becoming the go to expert in your niche. Every insightful blog post, video, or webinar builds a bank of trust with your potential customers. Actionable format breakdown: blog post, the foundation. Go deep, solve problems, be SEO smart but not at the expense of readability. Videos: from product demos to thought leadership interviews, video is hot, especially for technical products. Podcasts, like this one, perfect for building a loyal community and tapping into niche audiences. Infographics, case studies, white papers, mix it up to cater to different learning styles. Distribution is not an afterthought. Organic power, SEO, social media, community engagement, build your audience long term. Paid precision, targeted ads on relevant platforms can accelerate results when done strategically. Partnership potential, guest posts, co-branded webinars tap into existing audiences. Case study, RFs. Their blog is a masterclass in SaaS content. They rank high for competitive search terms, driving massive organic traffic. But they also excel at guest posting and have a thriving community, a multi-pronged approach. Analogy: think of your content like a beautiful storefront, but you need those promotional balloons and a sandwich board out front to draw people in. That's your distribution strategy. Key takeaway: by the end of this chapter, you should have a content calendar drafted out and a clear understanding of the best distribution channels to reach your ICP. And remember, consistency is king. Chapter 4: Community as a Moat. The retention edge. Did you know that increasing customer retention rates by just 5% can boost profits by anywhere from 25 to 95%? Source: Payne & Company. Community is a secret weapon for retention. Beyond just customers, a thriving community is where your super users are born, the people who provide invaluable feedback, become brand advocates, and even inspire new features. Actionable strategies: building belonging. Focus on shared value. What brings your ICP together besides your product? A common goal, challenge, or niche passion? Diverse forums, discussions, knowledge base, AMAs, ask me anything. Cater to different engagement styles. Gamification, a little friendly competition with badges or leaderboards can drive activity. Recognize and reward. Shoutouts for valuable contributions, exclusive perks make it worth their while. Actionable strategies: getting to critical mass. Early adopter. Embrace. Invite users involved in your validation phase. Their enthusiasm is infectious. Targeted content. Share community updates on your existing channels, blog, social, to drive signups. Platform choice matters. Slack, Discord, Circle, research which platform aligns with your ICP's habits. And case study, Orbit. Orbit isn't just a CRM, they foster a thriving community of developers focused on growth metrics. This positions them as way more than a tool, it's a movement. Analogy: think of your community like a vibrant city. Your product is the infrastructure, but the people bring it to life. Buzzing conversations, shared wins, that feeling of belonging, that's what makes them stay. Key takeaway: by the end of this chapter, you should have a draft plan for your community structure, a seeding strategy, and understand the long-term value it provides, a value few competitors can replicate. Chapter 5: The Launch Sprint. It's not a moment, it's a marathon. Let's ditch the one-and-done launch mentality. According to McKinsey & Company, consistent marketing campaigns can generate 3 times the ROI over single launches. Think of this as the starting line, not the finish. Actionable pre-launch. Building anticipation, the waiting list. Weapon: capture emails and offer exclusive early access for social proof later. Teaser content, blog posts, demo videos, behind the scenes peeks, get them hungry for the main course. Partnerships for hype, influencers, complementary products, leverage their audiences to spread the word. Actionable launch, making noise and targeted outreach, don't spam. Use personalization to hit up people in your ICP who've shown past interest. Launch day blitz, coordinate social, PR, and partner outreach for maximum visibility. Product hunt. Power. If it suits your SaaS, a well-executed product hunt launch can be huge, but plan ahead. Metrics that actually matter. Beyond downloads. Signups are great, but focus on active trials, qualified leads, and early conversions. Cohort analysis. Track how users progress through your funnel over time, revealing bottlenecks. Feedback is your friend. Surveys, onboarding calls, find out where people get stuck and iterate quickly. Case study, Superhuman. They famously launched with a hyper-targeted invite-only strategy. The buzz was immense and their early focus on onboarding led to insane retention rates. Analogy, think of your launch like a rocket taking off. You need pre-launch fuel anticipation, a powerful launch blast, visibility, and then the ongoing engine burn, data-driven optimization to reach orbit. Key takeaway. By the end of this chapter, you should have a detailed pre- and post-launch checklist, understand the key metrics to track, and be armed with the knowledge to turn launch excitement into long-term growth. Final conclusion, the 0 to 1000. Sprint with legs for a marathon. Recap, key takeaways. Hit them with 3 of the most powerful strategies covered in the episode tailored to early stage SaaS founders. Inspire but be realistic. Building a SaaS from the ground up isn't easy. A recent Gartner report found that only 0.01% of startups actually reach unicorn status. But the rewards for those with the right strategy, hustle, and willingness to learn? Immense. Success story. Blitz. Share a series of short success snippets. Example. Buffer started by validating on Twitter. Canva launched with a simple design tool. Think small beginnings, big impact. This podcast isn't a magic bullet, it's your launchpad. Use what you've learned today, take action, iterate. And hey, if you get stuck or hit a milestone, reach out. I love hearing from founders. Don't miss out on future SaaS growth secrets. Hit that subscribe button. If you're launching or scaling your SaaS, be sure to check out pitchground.com for the best tools and tightest communities in the game. You now have the roadmap to find those first 1,000 customers, the foundation for lasting SaaS success. Now go build something amazing.